Something happened this weekend that honestly feels like one of those moments we're going to be talking about for a long time. Not just because of what went down on the track, but because of what it could mean for the entire season moving forward. And here's the crazy part. This isn't just one story. There are actually two massive storylines coming out of this race, and the way they connect makes everything even more intense. One is about a split-second decision, a single moment that completely flipped a driver's season upside down. And the other? It's about how people inside the NASCAR world are reacting to it. Because trust me, not everyone is staying quiet. This is one of those situations that shows you just how fast everything can fall apart in NASCAR, and how emotions can either push you forward or completely destroy your season. So yeah, we need to talk about this. But real quick, if you're a true NASCAR fan and you enjoy breaking down moments like this, hit that like button and subscribe. We're building something real here on NASCAR Insider Hub, chasing 1,000 subscribers, and we're talking NASCAR the way fans actually talk about it. Now, let's get into this, because once you hear everything behind it, it gets even crazier. This all went down at Martinsville, and right at the center of it, Bubba Wallace and Carson Hocevar. Late in the race, about 15 laps to go, tensions were already building. Earlier on a restart, Hocevar made an aggressive move going 3 wide into turn 1. And if you know Martinsville, you already know that's asking for trouble. That's where things start to heat up. Because even Denny Hamlin talked about this on his podcast Actions Detrimental, and honestly, he said exactly what a lot of fans were already thinking. According to Hamlin, what Hocevar did wasn't illegal, but it was dirty. On a Martinsville restart, everyone has to check up going into turn 1. If you're deeper in the field, you're braking earlier than usual. And Hocevar? He tried to take advantage of that diving low and forcing it 3 wide. And Bubba Wallace did not like that. So in that moment, Bubba makes a decision. And this is where everything changes. Instead of stepping back, instead of thinking big picture, he decides to get him back. He drives into Hocevar. But it doesn't just move him out of the way. It keeps going. And suddenly it turns into a massive wreck. Bubba takes himself out, takes out multiple cars, and just like that, his race is over. He finishes 36th. And in a single moment, a driver who came into Martinsville sitting 3rd in the standings drops all the way down to 11th. 8 spots gone. Just like that. After the race, Bubba said he didn't intend to hit Hocevar like that he misjudged the center of the corner. But let's be honest, this didn't look like just a simple mistake. And that's exactly why insiders reacted the way they did. Jeff Gluck and Jordan Bianchi from The Athletic were straight up baffled. Gluck even called it one of the most puzzling decisions we've seen all year. Think about that. You've got a driver in Bubba Wallace who was having one of the best seasons of his career, sitting 3rd in points, looking like a real contender. And instead of taking a solid finish, locking in valuable points, he chooses retaliation. Bianchi pointed out the emotional side of it too. Frustration took over. And in NASCAR, that's dangerous. Because in this point system, every position matters. Every single point counts. And now, Bubba Wallace is sitting tied at 206 points with drivers like Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, and Chris Buescher. So yeah, he's still in the fight. But instead of controlling his position near the top, now he's stuck in a battle just to climb back. And that's the part that really hits. Because as a fan, you understand why he was mad. You understand wanting to send a message. But was it worth it? Was it worth throwing away a potential top finish, destroying your own race, and losing 8 spots in the standings? That's where this whole thing really starts to sting. Now looking ahead, the next race just became massive for Bubba Wallace. Because now it's not just about speed anymore. It's about control. It's about proving this was a one-time mistake, not the start of a pattern. Because if there's one thing NASCAR will punish you for, it's letting your emotions drive the car instead of your mind. And right now, that's exactly what cost him. This could be the moment that lights a fire under him, or the moment that quietly derails what was shaping up to be one of his best seasons ever. We're about to find out. Now I want to hear from you. Did Bubba Wallace make the right call trying to get payback on Hocevar? Or should he have taken the points and moved on? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe to NASCAR Insider Hub for real, honest NASCAR talk like this. And honestly, my take is simple. I understand the frustration. What Hocevar did was aggressive, especially at Martinsville. But this is where experience has to take over. You're third in points. You're having a career season. That's not the moment to prove a point. That's the moment to think bigger. Because in today's NASCAR, championships aren't just about speed. They're about consistency and control. In that moment, Bubba Wallace let emotion take control. And it cost him big time. But here's the thing. This is not the end of his season. Not even close. He's still right there in the standings, still tied with some of the best drivers in the field. And in NASCAR, one strong race can change everything. So now, this becomes the real question. How does he respond? Does he come back sharper, more focused, more in control? Or does this moment start to snowball into something bigger? Because that's what I'm watching in the next race. That's where we find out what kind of season this is really going to be for him. And that's what makes this situation so interesting. From this point forward, all eyes are on Bubba Wallace. Because now, the pressure is real. This is the part of the season where everything starts to tighten up. Every race feels heavier. Every decision matters more. And mentally, this is where drivers either lock in or start to fall apart. If Bubba comes back next race calm, composed, and just races smart, then this becomes nothing more than a small bump in the road. Something people forget about in a couple of weeks. But if that frustration carries over, if he starts forcing moves again, that's when small mistakes turn into big problems fast. And the worst part? The competition around him isn't slowing down. Drivers like Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, and Chris Buescher are right there, waiting for one mistake, one opening, one opportunity to take advantage. That's how tight this championship fight really is. And moments like Martinsville, they don't just disappear. They follow you. They define your season if you let them. So for me, this next race, it's not just another race. It's a statement. It's Bubba Wallace showing whether he can reset, refocus, and prove he belongs in that championship conversation all season long. Because the speed is there. The talent is there. The potential is there. Now it's just about one thing: control. And that right there is what separates good drivers from real championship contenders. And trust me, this season, it's far from over. We're just getting started. So if you're into real, honest NASCAR breakdowns like this, hit that like button and subscribe to NASCAR Insider Hub. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And trust me, this season is only going to get crazier from here.